Dear child, I've been watching the way you look at the window lately. It not like you're looking at the trees or the street below. It more like you're looking for a version of yourself that you haven't seen in a very long time. The one who didn't feel quite so heavy. The one whose chest didn't feel like it was being pressed by a weight that nobody else can see. I see the way you rub your eyes when you think no one is looking. It not just sleepiness, is it? It a bone-deep kind of fatigue. The kind that comes from carrying a maybe or a what if for far too many months. You've been replaying that one thought, haven't you? The one that says, is this just how it's going to be forever? The one that whispers that you've somehow fallen behind, or that the best parts of your story happened in chapters you've already closed. I want you to lean back for a second. Just let the chair take your weight. You don't have to hold yourself up while we talk. I want to tell you something about what Jesus saw. He didn't just see the prayers you said when you were trying to be faithful. He saw the moments where you didn't have any words at all. He saw you sitting on the edge of the bed with your head in your hands just waiting for the clock to move. He saw you in the grocery store aisle feeling suddenly overwhelmed by the noise, wondering why everyone else seems to know exactly where they're going. He saw the tears you blinked back in the middle of a conversation because you didn't want to explain why your heart felt so fragile. My child, those weren't empty moments. They weren't moments of failure. You think you were failing at being strong, but Jesus saw you enduring something that would have broken most people long ago. He knows what it's like to feel the pressure of a dark night. He knows the weight of a cup you'd rather not drink. He was with you in every sigh. He was in the room when you were staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle, feeling like the only person awake in the world. He didn't just watch from a distance. He stood in that space with you. He felt the prickle of anxiety in your skin. He felt the numbness that comes when you've tried to care too much for too long. And I want you to know that he didn't look at you with pity. He looked at you with a kind of fierce, quiet pride. Because you're still here. You're still leaning in. Even if you're leaning in with a trembling heart. Dear heart, the season of just holding on is starting to shift. I know you've heard that before. I know you're afraid to believe it, because you don't want to be disappointed again. But have you noticed the change in the air? Not the weather outside, but the weather inside your soul. There's a small quiet hum beginning to happen in the background of your life. It's very faint right now, like a distant sound of a bird before the sun actually comes up. You might mistake it for your own imagination. You might try to talk yourself out of it, but I am the one turning the dial. The struggle you've been in wasn't a dead end, it was a clearing. Sometimes for something new to grow, the old brush has to be cleared away, and that clearing process feels like loss. It feels like exposure. It feels like being left out in the cold. But I was just making room. I was making room for a version of joy that isn't dependent on things going perfectly. I was making room for a peace that stays steady, even when the ground moves. You've been worried that you've lost too much time, that you've wasted these months or years just being stuck. But time isn't wasted when it's spent being held by me. Nothing is lost in the economy of my love. Every tear you cried is a seed in the ground. Every day you chose to keep going, even when you felt invisible, is a brick in a foundation that is much stronger than you realize. You are a different person than you were when this struggle started. You are deeper. You are kinder to yourself. You are more honest. And that honesty is exactly what I can work with. Change is coming, beloved. And it not coming as a storm that going to knock your house down. It coming like the morning light. It doesn't scream, it doesn't demand your attention. It just slowly, persistently turns the gray into gold. It starts with the small things. A sudden clarity about a decision you've been putting off. A conversation that finally feels easy again. A night of sleep where you actually wake up feeling like your soul has rested. Those are the first signs that the tide is coming back in. You don't have to go out and meet the tide. You don't have to pull it toward you. The ocean knows its way home, and my grace knows exactly where you are sitting. You've been so worried about whether you're ready for the change. Am I healed enough? Am I strong enough? Beloved family, these messages are not just videos. They are prayers reaching hearts. If you feel led to help us continue this work, the support link is in the description and comment box. Your support helps keep this light shining. Precious one, the change isn't a reward for your perfection, it's a gift to the one who is weary. I don't wait for you to be better to be good to you. I am good to you precisely because I am your Father, and I've seen enough of the struggle. I've seen enough of you trying to carry the whole world on your own. It's time to let me take the lead for a while. I want you to imagine a path that has been overgrown for years, vines and thorns making it impossible to see where you're going. That how your life has felt, hasn't it? Like you're hacking your way through with a dull blade, just hoping you're heading in the right direction. I am stepping onto that path ahead of you. I am clearing the way. The things that felt impossible last week are going to start feeling manageable. The people who seemed like obstacles are going to start moving out of the way. Not because you fought them, but because I moved them. You've done enough fighting, you've done enough defending your right to exist. You can put the blade down. Walk behind me for a while, watch how I do it. I don't rush. I don't panic. I know where the destination is, and I know exactly how many steps we have left. You might feel a little bit of a strange sensation in your chest as this shift happens, a sort of anticipatory ache. It's the feeling of your heart opening back up after being closed for protection. It's okay if it feels a little scary. Opening up means you can feel again, and feeling is where the life is. I will be very gentle with that openness. I'm not going to let the world rush in and crush the new thing I'm doing. I'm building a hedge around you, a space where you can slowly, at your own pace, become reacquainted with hope. You've forgotten what hope feels like, haven't you? You've mistaken it for wishful thinking, and you're tired of that. But real hope is different. Real hope is a quiet certainty that you are cared for. It's the knowledge that the story doesn't end with the struggle. It's the feeling of my hand on your shoulder reminding you that we're okay. Right now in this exact moment, we are okay. And tomorrow we will be okay too. You've been repeating a thought lately that you've somehow broken something that can't be fixed. Maybe your relationship, maybe your own mental health, maybe your faith. But look at me. Nothing is too far gone for my restoration. I specialize in broken. I love the way things look when they've been put back together with gold in the cracks. They're more beautiful than they were before they shattered. Your scars aren't things you need to hide. They are the places where Jesus touched you and brought you back to life. The change that is coming will include a lot of laughter. I know that seems impossible right now. You can't remember the last time you laughed from the bottom of your stomach, without a butt waiting at the end of it. But I am bringing the music back into your house. I am bringing lightness back into your step. You're going to catch yourself humming a tune while you're doing the dishes. You're going to notice the color of the sky and it going to actually move you. These are the gifts of a soul that is being restored. You don't have to do anything to deserve this. You don't have to get your act together first. Just keep being my child. That's the only qualification you've ever needed. I want to talk to you about the person you're becoming. You're so focused on the person you used to be, trying to get back to normal, but normal is too small for you now. You've outgrown your old life. That's why it feels so uncomfortable. Like a pair of shoes that are 2 sizes too small. The struggle was the stretching, and the change is the new space for the new you to inhabit. You are going to have a capacity to love others that you never had before, because you know what it's like to be in the dark. You are going to have a wisdom that only comes from walking through the fire, and I'm going to use every bit of it. Not to wear you out, but to give you a purpose that feels like breathing. So if you feel the urge to cry right now, just let it happen. Those are the last few drops of the old season draining away. Let the ground soak them up. They are nourishing the soil for what next. Jesus saw the struggle. He didn't miss a single second. He counted every breath. He recorded every whisper. And he is the one holding the door open for your next chapter. You can walk through it with your eyes closed if you need to. He holding your hand. He got the light. And the view on the other side is going to take your breath away. Not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. And because I'm in it with you. I want you to feel my presence right now. Not as a mystical experience, but as a quiet warmth. Like the heat from a fireplace on a cold night. It's just there. It doesn't ask anything of you. It just keeps you warm. I am keeping you warm, beloved. I am keeping you safe. And I am moving the pieces of your life into place. You don't have to see the whole picture yet. Just look at the piece I'm putting in front of you today. It's a piece of peace. It's a piece of rest. It's a piece of enough. Take it. Hold it close. And believe me when I tell you that the rest of the picture is coming together beautifully. The change isn't a threat. It's a homecoming. You've been away from yourself for a long time. But you're coming back now. And I'm the one welcoming you at the gate. Well done. I'm saying well done for surviving. Well done for hoping. Well done for being my child. That struggle you've been through, it has a purpose. And the purpose is starting to bloom. Can you smell it? It's the scent of a fresh start. It's the scent of grace after a long, dry drought. Breathe it in. Let it fill all those empty places inside your heart. I am filling you up with things that the world can't take away. Things like quiet joy. Things like unshakable worth. Things like the knowledge that you are never, ever truly alone. Jesus saw, and Jesus is acting, right now, in the hidden places of your situation, in the hearts of the people who are involved, in the timing of the events that are about to unfold. Trust the timing. My timing is like the ripening of fruit. If you pick it too early, it's bitter. If you wait for the right moment, it's sweet. This change is going to be sweet, because it's happening at exactly the right time. So rest your mind. Stop trying to figure out the how. The how is my job. The why is because I love you. The when is very soon. Just stay in this quiet with me for a little longer. Feel the tightness in your neck begin to melt. Feel the knot in your stomach begin to loosen. You are safe. You are seen. And you are on the verge of something truly wonderful. I'm not saying there won't be challenges. I'm saying they won't have the power to break you anymore. Because you know the one who is walking beside you. And you know he already seen the end of the struggle. He already seen the smile that's going to be on your face in a few weeks. He already heard the sigh of relief you're going to give when the breakthrough finally lands. He looking at that future you right now, and he's saying, see? I told you it would be worth it. So take heart, precious one. The night is almost over. The struggle is being transformed into a story. And the story is a good one. I am right here. I'm sitting in the quiet with you. I'm listening to your breath. I'm loving you exactly as you are. No more pressure. No more trying to be something you're not. Just be my child. That all. That everything. Everything is going to be just fine. Better than fine. It's going to be restored. It's going to be new. Just wait and see. I love you. Always. I'll just stay here with you for a bit. We don't have to talk. We can just listen to the silence together. It's a friendly silence. It's the silence of a father who is very, very pleased with his child. Rest your head. Close your eyes. The change is already on its way. It's just around the corner. Actually, it already begun. Can you feel it? That tiny spark of peace. That the beginning, and it only going to grow. Sleep deep tonight. I've got the watch. Jesus is holding the door, and I'm holding you. You're okay. You're really okay. I'm so glad we had this time. I'm always here for a chat. Anytime. I love you. Good night, dear heart. I love you. Amen. Beloved family, your support is more than help. It is faith in action. Because of you, these messages continue to reach hearts. May the Lord bless you, guide you, and stand with you in every season.